All right, guys, we're here for LS Fest 2024. It's Friday. Things are just getting kicked off because people are still getting here, traveling here. So it's not that crazy, but tomorrow, Saturday, is going to be absolutely insane. This is a lineup for people getting their stuff from the Holly World. Autocross is going. I've got my Corvette Z06 over here. We're about to go up to Autocross. We got the booth set up. We got Grayson running the booth. If you came here, you're coming here, you're going to see Grayson because he's running this thing. And I'm gonna go ahead and head over to the autocross track and start shaking things down. All right, so I'm going up for run number 3. I didn't film the first 2 just because it was kind of boring. I was just learning the track. So my best was a 41 second. So we'll see if I can get a little bit better than that. I just softened up our ride tech suspension, went softer on it, so hopefully it'll give us a little more grip. But here's kind of a look at LS Fest right now. This is the quiet day. Tomorrow is gonna be absolutely crazy. Okay guys, so I'm obviously in the Corvette. I got 3 runs on the first autocross outing, and I actually did a 39 something. I'll have to go back on the footage, but it was 39 something. I want to say like 39.3 or 39.2, which is pretty good. I'm gonna double check on the score as far as where we're sitting, but right now I'm driving the car and we're going over to the Corvette racetrack. So part of this event is you gotta drive your vehicle over to the Corvette track, and they've got some stuff for us set up over there. So I'm pretty excited. So these are my 2 buddies that I've met, and we're kind of mobbing over, and you can see behind us there's all kinds of cars behind us. People are still rolling up, still showing up here. It's this is an event. If you guys have never been, I'm telling you guys, you have to at least experience it one time. It is absolutely insane. Like, I love it. It's really, really fun. So we're gonna keep cruising over here. I'll film anything that's exciting, and let's get over there and get racing. Look at this thing, it's half of my Corvette. Maybe, I think it is, yeah, it's C6. It's got Camaro headlights on it. All right, check this out. So we're at the NCM, I believe it's called, National Corvette Museum Racetrack. So this is like the Corvette test track, so pretty dang cool. Look at this, you guys. NCM, I was right. NCM Motorsports Park. So I gotta figure out where we're going. Look at all these Corvette test vehicles and stuff. My buddies are way down there, so. Only thing is, I don't want to jinx myself, but it says there is a sound decibel limit of 103. So, we have a pretty spicy exhaust on here, so I hope we will be good, but spicy. We'll see what happens. Alright, so it looks like everybody's kind of getting in the grid here for this event, but this is everybody from the Holly thing, so there's a stop sign here for it. Nothing to even stop for. Alright, so there's my 2 buddies, Bubba and Chris. Pull up with these guys, see what we're getting into. All right, so here we go. We got the car here in grid. Check this out. So we got our buddies, and maybe I'll get them to tell you guys a little bit more about it, but this thing's pretty cool. So this is our buddy Chris. We're parked over by him. Check this thing out. This thing is sick. So we got this square body. We got this one too. Check it out. These guys are ripping these things. This one's got the LS. These guys are both flying though, doing it in square bodies. This one here, you guys, this Corvette, this guy is flying. He's always setting some crazy times in this thing. He's had this thing forever and obviously races it. You guys thought my wing was big. Look at this thing. This thing is serious. I think his name is Duke Langley, obviously. You can see Langley at the bottom there. But like, check out this hood. So he actually leaned the radiator forward, and then he's got his intake over there to the side. Super cool setup. We might have to do something like that when we get back, you guys. Let's lean our radiator forward like that. Seems like the setup to do it. No cage, actually, surprisingly. What is with that shifter? That thing looks crazy. I like this. Quick release trunk. It's actually pretty cool. So I don't know what we're gonna do as far as sound ordinance. I don't see, oh look at that. It's got a crazy rear end in this thing. This thing is far from stock. But I don't see any mufflers on this thing, so I don't know what's gonna happen there. See how he makes out. I'm a little bit worried because they did reiterate the 103 decibel sound limit, so we'll see what happens. Look, Rocket Racing wheels, same as what we normally have. We're not running them this weekend because I got a different set of tires that I wanted to run for this weekend that are on the factory Z06 wheels. But let's get going and let's see how we do. And let's see if they kick us up. All right, so first one I kind of babied it because I was learning the track a little bit more, and I didn't want to get booted out. But nobody said anything. So this last one, and that one was like a 41 something. This last one, I sent it a little bit more. I still have some spots where I can pick up a ton of speed, but got a 31, low 31, I think. So definitely better. But I'm gonna see if I can dial it in a bit. I'm just trying to learn the track and trying not to get kicked out because of sound, but nobody said anything so far, so we'll see how it goes. So that run was pretty sloppy, but I was pushing it, kind of still learning the car, truly and honestly. But let me see where we're at. So we definitely did decent. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. You'll be able to see this, but we are currently in 18th with a 38.9, or is it? Yeah, so we're in 18th with a 38.935. So I can definitely clean that up. I think I could probably crack off a 30, either a low 38 or even a 37 if I clean stuff up. So let's see what we can do. I think I only got one more run today though, so we're learning the car, you guys. I'm learning new brakes, I'm learning the aero, I'm learning the car in general, so I'll take it. There's so many people here, there's like hundreds of cars, and to be in 18th place is not bad. And then also for the autocross, we're currently sitting in 11th place overall, so we are doing all right, you guys. We are doing all right for not doing this all the time and for having a new car that we're sorting out. Muster up was a 38.3, so I think we did pretty decent, but yeah, I'm gonna have to try to improve that tomorrow. We get one more crack at it tomorrow, Saturday. So right now we're just headed back to be VIP seats, me and Grayson. There's our booth. We're on top of our trailer and we are watching drift right now. This is sick. You can see everything. Uh-oh. Somebody just crashed into the wall, it looks like. Not good. All right, we're here in the morning for day 2. This is going to be the bigger day. Let me flip this around and show you guys some of the projects that I found and some of the other influencers. Some of the stuff is pretty crazy. Check this thing out. What is this thing? Dodge Dakota?
Close. It's actually a Toyota. No, it's a 85 S10, 427 LS turbo in it, full back half truck, tubular front end. Got a power glide in it.
Sounds sick.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Definitely a very work of art truck.
Tell everybody what your channel is too.
So I have a YouTube channel called Young and Boosted. Instagram, Facebook's the same, and it just follows me and my buddy David as we travel the country doing no prep racing.
You hang out with what's the other guy's name? Like Street Race something, right?
Street Race channel?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hang out with them a lot too.
This thing's sick.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're just going over to NCM over here, but check out the line coming in, you guys. This is insane. They have just like the road closed just to come in here. Dude, look at all this traffic right now coming in. You are about to get swarmed. Look, it's insane right now. All right, so we're here in grid. I just ran one quick kind of warm-up lap, I guess you can call it. So you gotta try to lower your time as much as possible. So yesterday we ran a 38.3, which was my lowest of yesterday. On our first warm-up lap, I got some areas I know that I can improve on, but I ran a 38.8. So still close. I want to see if I can crack 37, but I will tell you guys that they did come up to me and tell me that I blew sound. So they said, I don't know if they were just reading the numbers off the side of my car, but they said I hit 119 decibels, but that's also my number. So either way, she's a spicy exhaust. So we'll see. It doesn't mean I get kicked out, but they said I'm supposed to get like a few warnings. I already got one run in. We're supposed to get 4 runs. So technically I can probably send it a couple more times, and then maybe before they tell me I gotta shut her down, but we'll see if I can. I want to crack a 37 really bad. We'll see if I can do it. You're out of here.
Your car is insanely loud. No. No. There are children that live in this neighborhood. You need to drive somewhere. You know what? I'm calling the police. This is insane. Don't you even think about going anywhere. I'm calling right now.
All right, so we ended up getting kicked out of the NCM for noise. So we're headed back to Beach Bend, and I'm kind of almost glad that happened because it is crazy getting in here. So this is normally a 2-way road, and they've closed it both directions to allow just 2 lanes going straight in. So we're gonna go back in here before it gets much crazier, and then we're staying at Beach Bend the rest of the day, and then we still have an autocross at Beach Bend where you guys first saw it. So we still get that track in the afternoon. So we'll go give our buddy Grayson a hand with the booth, get back in here before it gets even more ridiculous to get in here, and get back in LS Fest. Look at that. Look how many cars there are. Crazy getting in here. Alright, check this out, you guys. It is only like 9 something in the morning right now. There's just absolutely people everywhere. So I'm almost glad that we get to come back a little bit earlier, because it's going to be impossible to move here. guys, so now we're back at Beach Bend at the autocross track. So we're gonna go out here and see what kind of times we can throw down. Hopefully beat our time from yesterday, so I'll keep you guys posted.
But we hit ABS pretty hard and blew through the cone. So I'm gonna see if I can do a little bit better.
So it is now Sunday, day 3. I am currently just putting some of the video that you guys are actually watching onto my laptop because I've been getting so much footage over a course of 3 days of just non-stop racing action that I'm gonna have to condense it for this video, but I'm having to take it off my SD cards and my cameras and put it onto my computer. So me and Grayson just finished having food. He's right now holding down the booth. I have the 3S challenge today, which essentially you accelerate, go around a corner, and then you have to stop before hitting the cones. And yesterday I was running into some issues with the ABS system on the Corvette. Now that we've got bigger bare brakes, more aggressive pads, we are stopping so fast and the brakes are locking so early that apparently Corvettes are plagued with this issue where the ABS module thinks because the wheel stopped so quickly that it must be on ice, and then essentially you lose your front brakes. And a couple times I punched through the cones. So I'm gonna see, I kind of want to just use this 3S challenge to maybe pull the ABS fuse and see what happens there. So yeah, just a heads up on that. That's pretty much what's going on today. It's a little bit slower day. A lot of people are using the Sunday to travel back to wherever they came from because a lot of people traveled really far for this event, like all across the country, literally. I'm not exaggerating. And even some people that are from out of country have came here before. So it's a pretty fun event. If you haven't come, I highly suggest it. But let's see what we get into today. All right, so just back here in staging. No idea what I'm doing or the feel for the car just yet. Well, I shouldn't say I don't know what I'm doing, but barely ever done this. And right now we are sitting in, I don't know if you guys can see that, in 6th place. I'm trying to crack into the 12s, but you can see I got like a 13.008 and a 13.038. So I want to get that into the 12s combined because they take the average of the two, your left hand and your right hand, they combine them, and that gives you your overall place. So 6th place out of all of these cars. All the cars you can see here in the staging and throughout there, they're all competing in this right now. And us with our Corvette that we just built, literally we've still been building it, but that we just got a few months ago, we're already in 6th place, so we're doing all right. pulling the ABS fuses and see what happens, because I keep hitting ice mode where the car just hits ABS and drives straight. So I'm gonna try pulling it and see what happens. See there, I need to have the ABS fuses on. It just kept locking up no matter what I did, because obviously I have really aggressive brakes. So I guess I'm gonna have to learn how to drive with the ABS on and just be softer with the pedal. So we're learning the car though, and I cracked into the 12.9, but that was when I went through the cone, so that one didn't count obviously, but we'll get it. Hellcat blower on a LT, drove it from Texas. Thanks for letting me ride in there.
I know.
Trying to give me that drift itch.
Hopefully next time you'll be behind the wheel. Not my car, but you're gonna have your own car.
That's the plan. That's the plan.
Even the vent. Yeah.
We'll get the vent out there and we'll get it going.
I love it. I'd love to see you out there sliding.
Heck yeah. All right, guys, so that's a wrap for Holly's LS Fest East 2024. So I had a ton of fun. Anybody that came out to the booth, thanks for stopping by. I had a ton of fun meeting a lot of you guys out there. and a lot of people ended up picking up some merch. So I will be at Mo Party actually this weekend in Bowling Green again at the Beach Bend Raceway. So I'll be there again. I won't have a Mopar with me, but I will be there with the booth, hanging out in the booth. I won't be racing, so I'll just be sitting in the booth, and I'll get to engage with a lot of you guys that I know are stopping by for that event. So I only had a 24-foot trailer, so that's why we threw the Corvette in there, because I was going to race this thing all weekend, and we're going to get back to racing on the Mopar side of things, but I have to get back. I actually have my billet differential with me here, so I ended up picking up and buying a brand new billet differential so we can go to the drag strip once things cool off and we get into the winter weather in the south, which is our better weather to actually go and drag race. So our Corvette worked awesome, you guys. This thing held up really good, and it was really competitive given what we have. So a lot of the other cars that were ahead of us were either newer, faster, more heavily modified, all that stuff. So I'll show you guys what we ended up placing. So in the autocross event, the one that was at Beach Bend, we ended up getting 13th overall out of 105 cars. It might have been a bit more, but I know for sure there was 105 cars on this list that I can probably put up on the screen right here. And then on the NCM, the National Corvette Museum racetrack, even though we only were able to run the first day, and then the second day we got kicked out, and even the 2 runs that we made, they DQ'd us on those. If you passed or blow past sound, they won't even include those runs. So I really only got to make 3-4 runs, and we finished 17th in that event. So didn't do too bad at all. Again, that was out of 105 cars. And then the 3S challenge, the one where it's, you know, the acceleration where you're drag racing, you make the 180-degree turn, and then you have to stop before hitting the cones. That one we ended up getting 18th place, again, out of 105 cars of people that were entered in there. And I think we could probably do better on that. What I do want to do at some point is get the different rear brakes. I think to improve our braking, what would make sense is, since we've got the 6-piston calipers up front, we still are rocking the single piston caliper in the rear, which is awesome for most people, but if we're gonna keep racing this thing, we want it to be as aggressive as possible. So we'll probably end up messing with that at some point here in the future, but for now, I cannot complain. This car did more than what we were expecting. Nothing broke. It did what it had to do, and we were beating on it all weekend. So super happy. Also thanks to my buddy Andrew that let me go in his drift car. I am contemplating maybe getting into the drift scene. It looks like too much fun to not be partaking in that. So I'm gonna see if I can find a beater that we can go slide around in, and if we whack it into something, it's not gonna be a big deal. So I do want to see if I can find some sort of beater car that we can go and start learning drifting, and that way if we bump into something or hit something, which is gonna be inevitable while we're learning, then I won't care so much. So I kind of am thinking, just so you guys know, a cheap car would be a Mustang GT. So it's already got a V8 in it. If I whack it against something, I can easily find parts for that, and it's cheap. I think I can probably pick one up. I've seen them in the, you know, $1,500 to $2,500 ranges that you can find GTs for, that kind of have a story, you know, it won't start, or I don't know, it's making noise or something silly. So that's what I'm gonna probably end up doing at some point, but we got a lot on our plate. So I'm up here in Kentucky still, staying here for the week, and then I will be at Mo Party this weekend. So definitely stop by if you guys are in the area. I'll be there all weekend in the booth, and we'll see you guys there. Give this video a thumbs up before we take off. See you guys on the next one.